everyone, I'm Joe.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Bart.
I'm Gio, and you're watching
AskTheFeels.
And today we have a question from Forever Marlin.
Marlin.
Hi everyone, I am 23 years old and I've been curious to experience being with a girl. But I am scared of how my family and friends will judge me since we are Catholics. Should I go for it or just keep it as a fantasy? Thanks so much.
I'd say go for it, but stay secret.
Wait, is there something about Catholicism where girls can't play with girls?
Well, I mean, that's considered homosexual. So, yeah.
And they're not down with the homosexual stuff?
Me not down?
No,
Catholics are not?
yeah.
They're not down with
Okay.
that.
I see.
I had a friend in high school, and she would tell me about, like, she was bi, so she would tell me about how, like, she would have sleepovers with girls that she's, like, flirting or into, and then they would just be all intimate all night, and the parents wouldn't know anything.
How old?
Like 16, 17 maybe?
I would get a boner if she told me that story.
Yeah, me too, but then she wasn't that. The girls that she got were pretty hot, but she was my friend for a reason.
Oh, got
Wasn't
it.
that hot? But the girls that she picked up, it was like, damn.
Damn.
Yeah, but then, yeah, if you keep it a secret, then you can bring over as many girls as you want, and you don't have to, like, tell it to the world.
But what if she doesn't want to keep secrets? What if she has that relationship? Obviously she doesn't, but what if she has that relationship?
Yeah, it sounds
where-
like if she keeps a secret, she'd be feel guilty a little bit.
Yeah, where it's like, you know, you've kind of been like brought up a certain way, and then if you go against that, then you're like, oh, I'm such a bad person, like I'm gonna be judged, I'm gonna go to hell. Like, should she
I think
present it?
before she gets approval from her parents, though, she should explore and know for herself if she really likes women or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like she sounds curious. She doesn't sound like she's like definitely like I want to date girls and you know I love girls.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, there's a Kinsey scale that goes from 0 to 6.
What's a Kinsey scale?
That's how you're supposed to gauge your sexuality. Like 0 is like I only fuck with the opposite sex, and 6 is I only fuck with the same sex, and 3 is like in the middle. But most people are like kind of a 2, kind of a 1, 4 or 5. So if you're like someone who's like on the 1 or the 2 scale, like you probably want to do it once in a while at a party, or you have a hot friend that you think of making out with once in a while. You go on their Instagram and you stalk them. Then like I don't think that that's necessarily like it's like a kink or a fetish, and that's not anyone's business. You don't tell your parents probably everyone you hook up with and exactly what you did. So if you want to do it, just experiment. I think it's keep it to yourself and just give it a try. But most people are sexually fluid. I think women are more comfortable because of society, like coming out with that. But most men probably could be sexually fluid as well too.
I think I'm a 0 to be honest.
Really?
I'm a 0, but
I'm a 0.
I'm a supporter of 6 for Gio.
All the way? You would sacrifice her. 6, she don't fuck with you
6
anymore.
means that she doesn't fuck you anymore.
Oh,
3 is like the...
3, yeah.
Even a 3, you're like competing hardcore.
Oh, really?
A 0 means you don't like any women or you're asexual if you're 0, right?
Do you want to go up against me like scale for scale?
100% hetero.
Oh, I thought 1 was.
No, 0 is.
Oh,
hetero.
6 is homo.
I see.
Yeah.
1 is incidental, 2 is like more than occasional, 3 is half and half, and then the same for 4 and 5.
He tested his 0 though. He told me he jacked off to gay porn and he says it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You what? Wait, I never heard this story.
Told all of us. Yeah.
Wait, when did that... Can you
Okay,
refresh my memory?
so in high school, that's when I started finding out more of like homosexuality, and then there's like more gay people and I have more access to them. And then I was like, oh, okay, like so people are coming out the closet. Is it nature versus nurture? I don't really know what this whole gay thing is. I'm like, am I gay? I don't even know. It's an age of self-discovery. And I was like, I know I like girls. So one time I watched porno to get a boner, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna test myself to see if I'm gay, because I just wanted to know.
Wow.
I have nothing
Where
against
was I?
gays.
He's a scientist.
awesome.
He's
I'm a scientist. I was testing myself.
He's
So I was like, am I gay? I gotta figure this shit out. So I watched regular porno, and I had a boner, and I'm like, all right, time to watch some gay porno. And as soon as I watched it, I was like, oh, okay. They started going away, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not gay.
I guess I would say where was I in terms of the story, like when it happened?
You were
'cause I don't
probably in East
remember.
LA somewhere.
No, because I don't remember hearing this story. Because or maybe
I think he said it on JK News. I heard it multiple times though.
Did you do the same test?
No, but I don't know. Maybe
That's a great idea for everyone to do. Like when you watch movies like Spartacus.
I did
or
something
Old
similar
Time,
by accident. So this is what happened. I thought what I was watching was a porno between a guy and a girl, and this girl was giving this guy a blowjob, and I was beating off, and I was about to nut, and the camera pans down, and this lady has a penis, and I was like, it's too late, I gotta finish, and I busted. Did I beat off to a transgender right now? I don't know. I guess I did, but it was done.
And nothing's wrong with that.
And you never went back to revisit that?
No.
And do your parents have to know the story about you?
No, I don't tell them nothing.
No.
I think her question also comes from a place of uncertainty. Like, is this normal? Are these normal behaviors? Like, am I off? And yeah, I guess it is very normal. Because you were talking about that scale. What is it called?
The Kinsey scale.
Kinsey scale.
The more you know.
Yeah, I mean, where is the scale? Like, if some guys love watching lesbian porn with girls wearing strap-ons, that's kind of like a transgender girl having sex with a girl.
But I think his
That's like
attraction is still girls though.
And you're supposed to judge yourself 2 ways, one in action and one in fantasy. So I, for example, am a 0 in action, like I'm surprisingly not, but I'm like a 2 in fantasy. Gio.
I'm a 0 in fantasy and 0 in action.
So
Even when I watch pornos, if it's a threesome and another guy enters the scene, I'm like, I better turn this shit off.
Yes, me too. I can't watch 2 guys and 1 girl.
Why is this happening?
Yeah.
I gotta switch this out.
I feel so bad for the girl because it just looks like she's getting like gang raped.
Yeah, I don't like that at all either.
But if there's like 9 girls and 1 guy, I'm like, it's pretty cool.
Now it's like, yeah, show 'em who's boss.
Wagwan, baby love. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode of Ask the Feels. And if you did, don't just like sit here and tell me because I can't really hear you. Click the like button below. And speaking of below, leave your comments if you like the advice or if you have some better advice to give. And in the description box, you can find all the information about the wonderful world of Shan Booty and my Sextastic channel if you want to follow me. And if you're gonna follow these fingers right over here where the next video is playing right now.
Practice with sex too, because when you're jacking off it's a bit different and you might be getting yourself too excited, or like let's say there's too much foreplay, she might be sucking too good and all that stuff, so by the time you get it in, it's like, oh shit, like I'm about to bust because she already got me to the peak doing all these other things. So you might want to just start first putting it in, and then don't be like a porn star and pump away. Just go super fucking slow and just leave it in there.
And premature ejaculation is something that happens to a lot of dudes. It's not like this big end of the world thing. A lot of people face it, like impotence, later on in life. It's just one of those things you have to learn to work around. And putting more stress on it is gonna make it worse. Like when you are like nervous about it, or you're like hyper like thinking about it, you end up creating a bigger issue, more anxiety.